So it was coming to the end of the evening and the nightclubs were all emptying out, and I noticed across the road from me that there were two males who were having some sort of discussion, but their behaviour was escalating and they were becoming a bit more disruptive. And then a girl came out of the club and started shouting at them, and she was beginning to escalate their behaviour a tiny bit more. I went to speak to her and she pushed me in the chest. So I spoke to her, started walking away from the two males with her. As I did that, I felt a pain in the side of my head, and the next moment I knew was that I woke up on the floor. I'd obviously been unconscious, but I didn't know. And I could feel something pouring from my head, so I put my hand up to my head. I could see that my hand was covered in blood. Since then, I've watched the incident back on CCTV, and what happens is that I walk away with the girl, and then one of the males, who I haven't even spoken to, in a totally unprovoked attack, comes up from behind me and then punches me in the side of the head from behind, and he's got a mobile phone in his hand, so he just knocks me straight unconscious onto the floor. I couldn't do my job for a month because I couldn't come back into work because I kept getting dizzy spells. I couldn't drive my car. I couldn't even walk my dog or take my children anywhere. So outside of work, it affected me, but it also affected me because I wasn't back in work with my colleagues. I wasn't serving the public, which is what I'm paid to do. It's upsetting because you try not to bring anything that happens to you at work home, and you can normally do that, but when you've actually got an injury and you're splashed all over the front pages of newspapers and things like that, and you're upset at home, then you take it all home to your family, and it's something that, you know, your children shouldn't have to deal with. I mean, my husband's a police officer as well, but he was still annoyed that I was put in that situation, and that the offender received no punishment for it, really. He was charged with an ABH. And he went to court, and the first judge who viewed the video and the evidence said that he would be going to prison. And the actual case was actually finally heard by a different judge who gave him a year's sentence suspended for 18 months because the person's barrister said that he'd signed up for a college course which he needed to start in September. I think if it had been a member of the public, then it would have been dealt with differently because I think the person would have gone to prison. But I do think that the fact that when an officer is assaulted, that needs to change. You know, it does need to be something which is seen as serious, and that someone should go to prison for doing that because, you know, they do have a choice. They don't have to assault you.